Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to watch this new video content in the Trailblazer. I'm really excited to give it a try and see what happens. In fact, I love writing, but I also love teaching and speaking and coaching. And of course, my research underpins all of it, right? And so I thought, well, why not try something new? I was feeling the nudge and I decided play around and find out, right? And so today, that's kind of like what I want to talk about. These rules that we have, that we made maybe, or that we follow. I want to talk about them. Do we even know what they are half the time, right? So often we'll have a nudge. We'll experience like a what if, like what if there's another way? What if I could do it this way instead of this way? And then we don't really give ourselves the chance because we're so busy working so hard to try to follow the rules, to do it the right way, to stay in our lane. So with this video content, right, I just always thought my newsletter would just be me writing. And I didn't have anybody else really to talk to about it. I just decided that this is what I wanted to do and put it off a little bit, did a little research, figured out how to do it, and then decided finally I'm going to do it because I'm switching, I'm changing things up, I'm evolving. So why can't my newsletter? So with these rules that we have, right? I want to talk a little bit about shame, which is like a big downer. I know. So don't worry, we're not going to stay there with the shame. We're going to move out of it. But the popular research that a lot of you've probably consumed, whether it's through the TED Talk, the podcast, or the books, is by Brene Brown. And she talks about shame as something that's really organized according to gender. So for those of us who were raised and socialized as and identify as female, shame for us comes into play when we feel like we can't do everything. Obviously, not possible. If we can't do it perfectly, again, not possible. And number three, without breaking a sweat, complaining, or asking for help, which is not okay, right? So, thinking we have to do it all perfectly and without complaint keeps us exhausted, stuck, small, and afraid. And that fear never helps us. We think sometimes it motivates us. I'll speak for myself. I'm like a major fear fixer. That's how I was raised. And my transition right now, my evolution is to set that fear aside and think that I can feel the contentment, the fulfillment, the joy, the play, the love, all of those things confidently now, even if I decide to break the rules, even if I haven't met this goal. So, how many of you out there say that you'll be happy when? You'll reward yourself when you get the job, lose the weight, make the money, find the partner, have the children, buy the house, move across the world, across the globe, someplace else, right? That you'll be happy when. But in the meantime, you just got to buckle down and you got to like grind and push really hard. Well, going back to the shame thing, what does that mean you feel on a daily basis? Failure and shame. That doesn't get us anywhere. So I was having a conversation with my coach the other day, and so I'm using my phone because I'm pulling up a little piece of our conversation. And she said, so we're talking about this, like how, when I'm happy, excited, creative, relaxed, all the things that my personality, me, Michelle, the person who was created to be on this planet, on this date, at this time, surrounded here, talking to all of you, right? Surrounded by my people, that I come through and I am my most powerful and happy and confident in all the things. And then she wrote, and this is really profound. She said, and instead of doing that, right, feeling that right now, we do the like waiting thing and we spend our life force energy holding up walls of protection that aren't even and keep us stuck so much more than they keep us safe. So, what if those rules, those expectations of other people to do it all perfectly and without breaking a sweat are just fantasies? What if trying to do all of that doesn't actually keep you safe, but it keeps you exhausted? What if it prevents you from the thing that is actually really your goal? What if it prevents you from living your most vibrant life? I think it does. That's my work. That's what I'm working on these days. And so when I talk about confidence and trailblazing and all of those things, all of it is an inside job. And so there's all this work that we put into it before maybe we'll see something external. And that's okay because it's an inside job. I get help with it from my coach. And if you want help developing your confidence, overcoming the self-doubt, and finally dealing with that fear that keeps you up at night, right? That like kind of like leans into the self-sabotage, sign up for a free consultation call with me and we'll create your personalized confidence plan, because I'm telling you, we are not meant to go it alone. And those rules, they weren't made by us or for us. All right, Trailblazers, have a great Sunday, and I'll see you next week with all new content.